It is 6:19 right now on a Monday morning. Going to send it out to Chief Meteorologist Lynette Charles. Lynette, that is awesome.
I know, and I actually have an early look at the forecast for Buffalo, and it's going to be cold, Christian. It's going to be breezy, and there's a chance for snow as well. So we can see kick off that temperature coming in right around 27 degrees, a slight chance for snow showers at that time, and we can see more of the same as we head towards halftime. So the Ravens are ready for anything. Go Ravens. Very excited that they are going to play Buffalo. All right, let's take a look at what's going on. Satellite and radar, not picking up on a whole lot right now in terms of the radar department. So the rain not out there right now, but there is a slight chance that we could see a few showers move through as we go into the afternoon. I'll show you that in just a matter of seconds. But look what's going on. I'm going to show you the wider view as there is some activity down off towards the south. Now that is going to stay mainly to the south. I'm not going to rule out the chance for maybe a few flurries, a couple of sprinkles later this evening with that system, but the areas of low pressure, little disturbances, upper level lows will bring us the potential for a few spotty showers as we go more towards the afternoon. So here's that system that's going to stay more to the south of us for today. So that's where the bulk of the moisture will be. We will just continue mainly with mid to high level clouds as we go through the rest of today. Here are your temperatures. Numbers coming in the upper 20s, the mid 20s. Good morning, Havre Grace. You're at 25 degrees right now. And good morning, Ellicott City and Centerville, 24. That's exactly where we should be for this time of the year. We look at the Futurecast, and Futurecast picks up on a couple of those showers moving through as we go into about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon. But after that, high pressure really takes place as we head into your Tuesday, your Wednesday, and also your Thursday, and temperatures will begin to bump up as well. So we're going to be looking at temperatures before it's all said and done in the 50s. So out the door cast, again, keeps clouds around for much of the day. We may see a few peaks of sunshine from time to time, but clouds will definitely prevail as we go through the rest of today. High temperatures will be slightly above average. I'm forecasting right around 44 degrees for a high today, and we should be at 41 degrees now for this time of the year. So this is what we're going to continue to work with as we go through the rest of today. Temperatures, again, will bump up as we head towards your Tuesday with lots of sunshine in the forecast. And then before it's all said and done, we are talking about the 50s as we go through the next several days. Now let's go to check the traffic with Lauren.
Thank you, Lynette. If you are traveling in Baltimore County, beware of a road closure in Perry Hall. Thursday's water main break continues to shut down Bel Air Road between Dunfield Road and Silver Spring Road. Stick with Harford Road or 95. If you are traveling 95, a disabled vehicle has cleared southbound at Route 24. There are no backups into Baltimore. The tunnels are in great shape. 83 is clear, and the Beltway is quiet from Parkville to Townsend, also here on the west side at Wilkins Avenue. Christian?
Okay, Lauren, thanks very much. We've got a lot of people still waiting for packages from the Postal Service, and we got a matter from Mallory in which she talks with a woman who had to wait a long time for an item that cannot be replaced. That's coming up. Plus, still no big winners in either of the big jackpots, Mega Millions or Powerball. We've got how much those top prizes are up to now when we come back on the Monday edition of Good Morning Maryland.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maryland. Today's We're Open Baltimore shout out comes from Roland Park.
We're open Baltimore. Come visit us at Johnny's. You can call or order online for curbside pickup or delivery. We appreciate your support and hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much to Johnny's for that shout out. They are located right on Roland Avenue in Baltimore. Johnny's is just one of many local businesses that could really use your support right now. You can go to WMAR2news.com/open to preview all of the businesses we featured so far here on Good Morning Maryland. And let us know that you're open. Record a We're Open Baltimore shout out. You can record it easily with a cell phone and email it to me at lauren.cook@WMAR.com. Ashley?
All right, Lauren, thank you. Well, still no big winners in the Mega Millions or Powerball Jackpot this morning. The Powerball Jackpot is the latest prize to reach more than $500 million. With no ticket matching all 6 numbers drawn Saturday night, the top prize is now $550 million for Wednesday night's drawing. The Mega Millions jackpot is now a whopping $600 million. That drawing is tomorrow night. Now, no one has won the Powerball Jackpot or the Mega Millions jackpot since September, and someone's eventually going to win, so I don't know, fingers crossed it's one of us, right? Christian?
And when it is, Ashley, we'll be right back here for Good Morning Maryland the day after. 6:27 right now. People in our area are pressing local members of Congress to impeach President Trump. Details on what's expected to happen today coming up in a live report. Plus, we'll get a check of the weather and the traffic, and we'll do it right after this break. You're watching Good Morning Maryland.
Lamar Jackson gets his first career playoff win, and the Ravens flock is flying high on this Victory Monday. This morning, a look back at yesterday's win and a look ahead at what's next for the Ravens. Plus, some students are not seeing great results and progress during virtual learning. A rally by families to reopen schools for in-person learning. And the U.S. Postal Service is dealing still with a backlog. Hear about the irreplaceable item one woman wasn't sure if she'd ever receive. Good Morning Maryland continues right now.
You're watching the station that's working for you, WMAR 2 News. Now, Good Morning Maryland.
It is 6:30 on this Monday, January 11th. Good morning, Maryland. I'm Ashley James.
And I'm Christian Schaefer. People just waking up feeling a little better today. Ravens got a win. Lamar Jackson got a win, and he played well doing it. So that was fun to watch on Sunday.
It was. It's always great to wake up on a Monday with a big win like that. And, you know, it feels like the city needed something big like this. You know, it's just been a tough few months for people, more than
sure
that,
has.
you know, with everything going on. So this helps a little.
It does, yeah. And actually, this coming game is going to be on Saturday night. So I'll switch around the sleep schedule a little bit, but I'll have Sunday to kind of recover and get back ready for next week. I'm excited.
There you go. It's like they know your schedule. They're helping you out.
Right. Right. And if they would only just put all the games on Channel 2, the Ravens would just win them all. Because that's what they did yesterday. It was great. Let's check the forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Lynette Charles, who was also working from home this morning. Happy Victory Monday, Lynette. Oh, I think we might have lost Lynette. We'll check back with her shortly. Ashley.
All right, and Christian, I'll pick it up from here because this morning House Democrats vow to move forward with impeachment legislation, even with just days left in President Donald Trump's his presidency. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says if Vice President Mike Pence does not invoke the 25th Amendment, the Democratic-led House is prepared to impeach him for the second time, and that has never happened before. Democrats say a second impeachment must happen to hold the president accountable for last week's violence at the U.S. Capitol.
I like the 25th Amendment because it gets rid of him. He's out of office. But there is strong support in the Congress for impeaching the president a second time.
Now, Democrats in Congress will hold a private call this afternoon to discuss how to move forward. The House could vote on an impeachment bill as early as this week. If the Senate then votes to remove President Trump from office, he would be barred from ever holding any federal office in the future. That Senate vote could also happen after his current term as president expires. Christian?
Ashley, more demonstrations are planned in our area today to show support for impeaching President Trump. WMAR 2 News' Megan Knight is live in Towson with more on that story. Megan, what's going to happen today?
Well, Christian, members of the Count Every Vote Maryland plan to come out and protest outside the offices here at Congressman John Sarbanes' office in Towson. They'll also be at the offices of Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger and Kwesi Mfume, and they're going to be having what they call peaceful protests to support and call on Congress to quickly impeach President Trump on the grounds of inciting a riot at the Capitol last week. Now, this past Friday, this group was out protesting on the corner of Northern Parkway and North Charles Street in North Baltimore. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says that she is going to introduce a resolution today asking Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment. It does have the support of a lot of Democrats, but some Republicans are arguing it's a wasted effort since Trump only has a week and a half left in office.
The impeachment of the president to remove him from office clearly is not going to happen between now and the last day he's in office. This is more of a long-term punishment of the president.
He must voice disapproval of what the president did.
And 7 GOP lawmakers have written a letter to President-elect Joe Biden asking him to stop the impeachment process, saying that it will only further divide the country, while other Republicans like Senator Lisa Murkowski are asking the president to resign. We're live in Towson. I'm Megan Knight, WMAR 2 News.
All right, Megan, thank you. Happening now, a push to get more money to families and small businesses in Maryland struggling during the pandemic. WMAR 2 News' Aaron McPherson is live for us in Annapolis. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Ashley. Well, local leaders are pushing for that extra funding, and specifically from the Rainy Day Fund. They say this is for economic crisis like the one that we're in right now. Now, these people created a petition that has nearly 7,000 signatures so far to help these people impacted by the pandemic, specifically those struggling families and struggling businesses. Now, the Maryland United for COVID Relief Now coalition started that petition and hosted a virtual rally yesterday to give people in the community a chance to share their concerns. Several people spoke at the rally and thousands tuned in on social media. Along with the COVID Relief Now coalition, the Montgomery County Council President Tom Hucker helped organize this virtual rally. He said there's no reason we should have hundreds of thousands of people hungry and facing eviction, or tens of thousands of small businesses closing when there are state funds collecting dust in Annapolis. Another speaker talked about higher education employees.
They could have been eligible for additional funds if the administration had done the work to do that. But unfortunately, they've shown their laziness and their careless disregard for working people, our members included, some of whom don't even make $15 an hour working for the state of Maryland.
Organization leaders and elected officials, as well as just people in the community, spoke at that virtual rally yesterday, and about 4,000 people tuned in. And just less than 30 minutes after that virtual rally wrapped up, that's when Governor Larry Hogan announced that he would be hosting a press conference today here in Annapolis at 11 a.m. to talk about the COVID economic relief funds. So that is something that we will be tuning in, we will be watching, we will be covering live for you. So make sure you stay with us for updates. Live in Annapolis, Aaron McPherson, WMAR 2 News.
Aaron, thanks very much. 6:36 right now. Much more to come this morning on Good Morning Maryland, including the Maryland Terrapins with the Ravens yesterday. Terrapins just a bit under the radar, but they got a win. That story's coming up. As for that Ravens win in Tennessee on Sunday, it started out as a tough game for cornerback Marlon Humphrey, but then Humphrey and the rest of the defense really stepped up. We're going to hear from him next on Good Morning Maryland. Terps got a win on the road over a ranked team. Darryl Morsell led Maryland with 19 points, upset 12th ranked Illinois 66-63. UMBC got a last-minute bucket for a win in New Hampshire, 68-66. Navy beat Lehigh. Morgan State lost to Norfolk State. It is 6:39 right now. Ravens playoff game in Tennessee. Wild card round, second quarter. Ravens down 10-3. Big play right here. Lamar Jackson sneaks through the line, and then he's gone. 48 yards for the touchdown. He did get the ball across the plane right there. So, Ravens leading in the second half. Titans driving. Ryan Tannehill throws. That's picked off. Marcus Peters gets the interception to win the game 20-13. The Ravens defense held the Titans to just 209 yards of offense total for the game.
We like to celebrate, you know what I mean? It was a good celebration, I think. We usually, whoever makes the play, you run to that person, and that person just so happened to end up being on the logo, and it was a celebration. And it was a game winner by Marcus. Marcus wanted me to speak on his behalf today. And basically what he wanted to tell me was a song lyric, but I don't really know the song lyric, but my summarization of what Marcus wanted to tell you guys was, go Ravens.
Marlon Humphrey looking like he's heading for the Old Town Road after that news conference. Next up for the Ravens, the divisional round playoffs Saturday night in Buffalo against the Bills. Kickoff set for 8:15. Now Buffalo is opening as the early favorites to win that game. It'll be the first time the Ravens ever play the Bills in the postseason. They did beat the Bills last year in the regular season. 24-17 was the final of that game. Last time the Bills won a playoff game, the before the Ravens were even the Ravens. It was December 30th of 1995. Bills quarterback Josh Allen and Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson had not been born yet. The last time the Bills won a playoff game. Big change in the world of golf. Next year's PGA Championship was supposed to be at Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey. Now it will not. The PGA says holding the event there would damage its brand. So on Sunday, the board voted to terminate their agreement to hold the event there. The organization has not yet announced the replacement location. The PGA Championship is one of the 4 majors in men's pro golf. 6:41 right now. It's been almost a year since students switched to virtual learning, and for some families in Baltimore County, they are not liking the results. They want to get their kids back to school in person. We'll have that story for you coming up on Good Morning Maryland.
Welcome back into Good Morning Maryland. We know many of you are still missing packages, gifts, bills, paychecks, you name it. USPS is experiencing unprecedented volume and delays, but as WMAR 2 News' Mallory Sofaste reports, customers are growing anxious because if it matters to you, it's a matter for Mallory.
USPS couldn't handle the surge in mail over the last several months and is working through the backlog, but in those piles of shipments sitting in a warehouse somewhere, an irreplaceable item Kimberly Craig had been anxiously waiting to be delivered. Like a needle in a haystack, buried in these mounds of boxes is a package worth more than money can afford.
This is my mother. This is not a package that can be replaced.
The cremated remains of Kimberly Craig's mother were shipped from Michigan on December 8th.
She goes from Michigan to DC, and now they can't find her. Like, she got scanned into DC, and then that was it.
Online tracking shows that happened on December 14th. 4 days later, the shipment disappears into the black hole of holiday packages. The last and latest update states it's still on the way, but will be arriving late. We helped Kimberly get in touch with a USPS representative.
He was hoping that it would have gotten scanned in by now, but they're not actually looking for it. They're just waiting for it to be scanned in.
Kimberly is regretting her decision to ship her mom's remains, but at the time she felt with COVID-19, it was her only option.
I don't want to take the chance of, one, traveling and contracting it and then possibly giving it to somebody in my family. 2, traveling, contracting it, and bringing it back home to my immediate family. And then with the pandemic and being unemployed and having to deal with unemployment, I just can't, I couldn't afford it.
And she hoped to have her here by December 22nd to mark the anniversary of her death. The family planned on purchasing necklace urns, a way for them